Reaction to narcissistic abuse. Physics says every action has an equal and opposite reaction. If and when we are faced with an issue, it triggers us, it angers us, it makes us lose our minds at the worst. Temporary reactions to those issues, especially if you have faced abuse. Temporary reactions or in the moment actions to salvage the problem will not do anything for us. I know that in my body, mind, and emotions, I am still reacting to many of the things that transpired during my childhood. I just think about how I can deliberate my thoughts and emotions to have an equal and opposite reaction to what happened in the past. To heal from narcissistic abuse, the idea is always to feel umpteen amounts of love, unconditional, especially during hard times. This is what self-care essentially is. To feel this for yourself like you would for a little baby when it is crying out of distress. To feel this unconditional love. However, to feel distress and to be able to offer this love to yourself at the same time is a skill which needs practice. Like anything else in life, you need the right kind of energy to propel you in the right direction. So how do you create this energy? Listen in, because I will be speaking about how I muster up unconditional love even in the most hardest of times, and what motivates me to be able to do this at my worst. Anyone who's been robbed of their childhood or has been abused feels a great amount of injustice. Even if this is an isolated incident, it does not have to be a long-term abuse that you have experienced. That injustice you feel, the deep, immense amounts of loss you feel, this is your gold. This is your key. In order to create motivation for yourself to heal, you need this sense of injustice within you. You need this to push you every day. Pushing yourself to heal, motivating yourself to heal, is no easy, achievable feat. Pushing you to new levels, even when it all seems too hard, requires a different kind of motivation. Like anything else in life, this too needs to have two sides. While you have this sense of deep injustice in regards to what has happened to you, remember how the narcissist challenged your growth and well-being, and how much they detested your authenticity. When someone challenges me, it always brings up those exact emotions which they are challenging. My mother challenged my authenticity, my well-being, my sense of self, my confidence in myself, my self-worth. The fact that she wanted to see this downfall, the very fact that I have witnessed my mother attack these very things, motivates me to believe in those exact same things. My narcissistic mother has often challenged my agency and competency as a person. And most of all, she used to hate how authentic I was about myself. This only encouraged me to feel more and more authentic. It only pushes me till today to be more and more competent and to trust in my own judgment. I have a deep sense of revenge towards my mother. I will admit this. Except this revenge is not to see her in a bad way. This revenge is only to help myself become a better version of myself every single day and to live my best life. When something unfair happens, everyone has a sense of injustice that leaves a feeling of, I must avenge this wrong that was done. If you are anything not like the narcissist, then you will use these feelings of injustice and revenge in a positive manner by making the most of what you have and by working towards living your best life. Although there is one thing that I want to clarify when it comes to becoming a better version of yourself. When I say becoming a better version of you, I mean this in terms of gaining new skills, being able to be consistent, disciplined, building better habits. Bettering yourself and becoming your better version does not imply that you are not good enough. Some people are resistant to self-improvement or self-development because they think it is a question of self-worth. Self-development and your self-worth, these two are two very separate things. Your self-worth is already unconditional, it's already innate, and if you've been through narcissistic abuse, it has suffered, which is why you are not able to differentiate the two. The truth is, you are already good enough. You are already deserving. You are already enough and worthy. You are enough. It's only when you develop this feeling of feeling enough will you be able to make any changes or improvements to yourself. Self-improvement and self-development is about achieving goals, mastering skills. And again, people often think that by working towards these goals and mastering skills, they will one day become good enough. And that they must do these things because they are not good enough. Again, this is not true. They spend their whole life pursuing things which they make believe. They tell themselves that, oh, if I achieve this goal, this will finally make me good enough. This is honestly eroding your self-worth. This depletes your self-worth. The narcissist used exactly this tactic, this trick, as a carrot on a stick strategy to get you to comply. They took charge of your self-worth, and they determined your worth on the basis of how much you were able to please them. But you see how they never handed it to you? This is why believing you are good enough, no matter what your circumstances are and what your status is vital to your mental well-being. Alright, so let's take this from the top then. First, I start off by believing that I'm good enough. This helps me, this fuels me, this makes me feel really good about myself. Then I channel my feelings of injustice and revenge caused by my narcissistic mother. Then I use this feeling of injustice as a motivation to feel authentic, become healthy, be disciplined, and productive. To feel a sense of satisfaction real time is to channel your best version through hard work and being that person who the narcissist wanted to destroy. And what I mean by this is, imagine the narcissist who destroyed you. What do they expect should happen to you? They want that you lose your job, that you become isolated, lose your friends, and that you become unhealthy and you lose your sense of self. And you completely just lose everything, all in all. This is what they want. So, when you have that sense of injustice caused by the narcissist through all the trauma they've given you, what you do is you channel this feeling of injustice and you start feeling and acting the exact opposite way. Use this energy that the feeling of injustice and anger gives you and channel it to become your better version. I feel a sense of satisfaction real time by channeling my best version through hard work and becoming the person who my narcissistic mother wanted to destroy. So to feel a sense of satisfaction every minute, I always stay connected to my self-worth, my authentic self, I feel loved. I eat healthy, I exercise, I have fun, I study, I learn new things, I make money. I basically live my best life. Because as I'm doing these things, I know that this is exactly what will destroy the ambitions of my narcissistic mother who wanted to erase me. So when I do these things, it gives me a sense of revenge. Like I have done right to the wrong that was done to me. The amount of hate my mother directed towards me, when I think about this hate, the sense of revenge automatically fuels me. It automatically brings up such deep amounts of love for myself, along with my healthy self-worth. This is how I deliberate the process of everything that has happened to me to have an opposite and equal reaction. Thank you so much for listening to me. I hope this talk has helped you. I hope this talk has helped you understand how you can channel your sense of injustice, betrayal, and anger that you have in you and direct that towards your healing.